Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including Model Y retrofits, Model Y sold out again, a new Cybertruck deal between Tesla and Samsung that will be huge, FSD Beta details, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, I talked in my last video about Tesla officially adding the Hepa filter to the Model Y made in the US. Now the made in China Model Y and made in California Model Y include a Hepa filter to enable Bioweapon defense mode, which is a great feature adding to this great car. For specifics on the date, apparently the change was made for Model Ys built from July 1st on. So that means if you are taking delivery of a Model Y soon, with a build date after July 1st, you'll be receiving the Hepa filter. As happens frequently with Tesla parts and upgrades, the next question owners have here is whether or not it can be retrofitted on older models. Since the Model Y is largely the same as when it first launched, with the addition of the Hepa filter, can it be added to an older Model Y like mine? According to Sawyer Merritt, it will be able to be retrofitted. He said, quote, "A source of mine has told me that Tesla will offer Hepa filter retrofits for Model Ys that don't have the new filter, but the retrofits aren't available yet. The system will be sold online on the Tesla shop as well as in the app. Retrofits will require service appointments. Tesla will provide an exact timeline for retrofits at a later date." So we aren't sure what the cost will be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's at least $500 to get this done on an older Tesla Model Y. And clearly, since it's a much larger filter that needs to run through the HVAC system differently, it will require a Tesla service appointment. Retrofits like this make sense because beyond being a cool features that owners want to have, they actually help with the overall air quality inside the car and can really help out in certain times of the year. If it comes and it's at a reasonable price, I think it's something I would definitely consider for the Model Y. Unfortunately, since this filter is so large, there's no space for it in the Model 3, and Sawyer confirmed this, saying, quote, "Tesla won't be adding the Hepa filter to the Model 3 at this time. I don't know if they will or not in the future." Further regarding the Model Y, this car continues to sell like crazy. According to new registration data, there has been a 95% increase in electric car sales in the US, and Tesla is leading it. According to registrations, the top 10 selling EVs in the US from January to April were the Tesla Model Y at number 1, Tesla Model 3, Chevy Bolt, Mustang Mach-E, Nissan Leaf, Audi e-tron, Porsche Taycan, Hyundai Kona, Tesla Model X, and Model S. The Model Y had a total of 53,102 registration in those first couple months, with the Model 3 behind by nearly 20,000 at 35,468. The Model Y is outselling the Model 3 and is expected to keep doing so in the near future. Crossover SUVs are extremely popular in the US, and the Model Y has hit the market in the right spot. On top of that, Tesla in general was holding a 71% market share of EVs sold in the United States for the first part of 2021, and that was without the Model S or X truly selling. Only 1,730 Model X's and 1,633 Model S's were registered. Now that the new refreshed models are launching, this will only go up as demand for Tesla's cheaper vehicles continues to grow. In fact, it's very difficult to even get a new Model Y right now. In North America, if you order a long-range Model Y, it now officially says October, signaling that these vehicles are already completely sold out through Q3 of this year. The performance model has a predicted delivery date of 7 to 11 weeks, still a long time to wait when purchasing a new vehicle, but you'll get it a little sooner if you're willing to pay that much more for the faster performance version. We've already seen tons of vehicle price increases across the whole industry, and the Model Y alone has gone up quite a bit in the past year. It used to start under $50,000 and now starts at $53,000. With the insane demand for the Model Y outselling the Model 3 and all other EVs, along with parts shortages across the industry, we could see the price increase even more throughout this year, although I really hope it doesn't happen. Next up, let's talk about the Cybertruck and the latest from Samsung. The Cybertruck was unveiled all the way back in 2019 and originally set a release date for the end of 2021. Right now, that's looking a little questionable, but Tesla is hard at work building the factory to build this vehicle, and lately we've gotten some new details regarding the final design for production. There were a lot of software leaks showing off some possible new features, as well as Elon tweeting that the Cybertruck will not have handles. The latest update from Elon came when he tweeted about the Cybertruck, saying it will be almost exactly what was shown at the unveil event. One feature they are adding, though, is rear wheel steering, quote, "so it can do tight turns and maneuver with high agility. A lot of other great things coming." This is describing a similar feature to Crab Walk, which GMC unveiled in the Hummer EV, but could include a few different modes to give various options. One thing you may notice about the Cybertruck, and what helps with its crazy design, is that it does not have side mirrors. Neither does the Roadster prototype, and many cars look best without side mirrors. However, they are currently required in order for a car to be road legal. The replacement in the future will likely be side cameras with footage shown in the car, and many different designs have come for this concept from different companies. Now, Tesla is known for being the first to remove a number of things, at least on a larger scale. They were the first to go with a full 17-inch touchscreen on the Model S and replace a number of physical buttons. They took that a step further with the Model 3 and now Y, with a 15-inch touchscreen replacing nearly all physical buttons, and now they have removed stalks and the top of the steering wheel in the new Model S and X. Next up could very well be side mirrors. Reports out of Korea are stating that Samsung has signed a massive $436 million deal to supply cameras to, quote, the #1 American EV manufacturer. This is not officially listed as Tesla, but could be no other company besides Tesla. Additionally, it specifically says that the cameras will be for, quote, a vehicle unveiled in November 2019. It's pretty much as specific as you can get without literally writing Tesla Cybertruck. All Teslas include 8 cameras for the autopilot system. There are 3 up front, 2 on each side of the vehicle, and 1 rear camera. These are standard and expected to carry over into the Cybertruck to enable the same system. Additionally, a Cybertruck prototype was spotted featuring a lower front camera under the front bumper. Likely this additional camera would give extra visibility when parking such a large vehicle or off-roading to ensure that you don't hit anything. So right there are 9 cameras that Samsung could be providing for the Cybertruck with this deal, but the report specifically says, quote, Samsung Electromechanics was known to have won a $435.7 million deal to supply camera modules to the largest US EV maker. The company plans to launch a new EV which gives drivers a rear view through a camera equipped on the car, as the model does not have side mirrors. The EV has more than 8 cameras for self-driving purposes. So we've seen the side cameras on the fenders of the Cybertruck and just assumed that those were for Tesla self-driving purposes, just like they are on the rest of their cars. Instead, it seems like Tesla may be attempting to be the first production car to completely get rid of side mirrors. After all, when you see renders of the Cybertruck with side mirrors, regardless of their shape, it's not quite as cool. As I mentioned, Tesla has often been the first to remove certain standard stock features on a vehicle in favor of a software solution. Even the air conditioning in the Model 3 cannot be controlled outside of the screen or voice commands, but their software solution comes with its own advantages. Likely they'd be looking to do the same with the upcoming Cybertruck and their new deal with Samsung as reported. The big issue would come with the legal ramifications. When Tesla unveiled the yoke steering wheel with no stocks, everybody just assumed that there was no way it was legal. It ended up being fine and approved and is shipping as unveiled. Side mirrors might be a little harder to get improved, but I'm not sure how much harder it would be compared to shifting gears on screen. NHTSA has already considered side cameras, but there hasn't been a proof of concept viable enough for NHTSA to go and do a full approval, and Tesla may go there with the Cybertruck. In fact, all the way back in 2014, Tesla was already looking into the possibility of ditching side mirrors. Tesla's head designer Franz spoke with a blogger about the removal of side cameras and, quote, confirmed that they're still in talks with authorities to get the necessary permissions for this innovative change, which will make the car sleeker and more aerodynamic, not to mention presumably free of blind spots. Tesla is at the front of the movement to release this feature, further increasing the range of their vehicles. The range increase would come with reduced drag and improved aerodynamics on this vehicle thanks to the removal of side mirrors that would also help with performance. Again, their side cameras could be used for this purpose as well as autopilot and could result in better visibility if properly executed. I know that I much prefer backing up with the backup camera instead of the rear view mirror, and if Tesla can make side cameras that good, there's really no reason not to allow it. Concepts for side cameras typically involve a screen located in the spot where a mirror would have been. The side camera takes the place of the mirror, sticks out not quite as far, and the screen inside the car shows that feed. That way you aren't reliant on the right lighting and angle on the mirror to get your view. It's always a reliable view. However, this would actually be limited with such a small display, and I'm not sure that this implementation will make the most sense for Tesla. The Cybertruck interior, as unveiled, features a single 17-inch display, and Tesla will likely keep it this way. Having side cameras pop up when needed on that large display could be a good option, but I'd have to see it in practice. What are your thoughts though? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about Tesla possibly removing side mirrors on their future vehicles, starting with the Cybertruck. They've been talking about it for a while now, and I think this is a very real possibility and could come with a lot of benefits, but we'll see. guarantee. Next up, just a quick update about the Tesla Model S. Tesla has been delivering both available configurations for the Model S, but I've heard from a number of people who noticed that only the 21-inch wheels are delivering. Tesla sells the Model S with the stock 19-inch Tempest wheels, but you can upgrade to the 21-inch Arachnid wheels for an extra $4,500. These are the wheels we've seen on every Model S delivered thus far, and it's a practice that I've noticed from Tesla in the past, including the Model Y launch. At this point, it doesn't last for too long and only happens for the initial few weeks of a new vehicle launch, but Tesla sells and delivers the more expensive models first, and they do it all the way down the line. So the Plaid model shipped first, and now that the long-range model is shipping, they are still only making/shipping the models with the more expensive wheels. It's probably to increase revenue up front on a new vehicle launch, but it's always unfortunate for those waiting to take delivery soon. Right now, I'm actually considering purchasing a Plaid Model S to review on the channel and utilize for many other videos, so I'll keep you posted on that either way. But in that process, I heard from a Tesla delivery supervisor who specifically told me a Plaid Model S could be delivered to me this month with 21-inch wheels, or next month with 19-inch wheels. So hopefully by next month, we'll see the stock wheels delivering on both of those cars, but for right now, it has only been the Arachnid wheels from what I can tell. In any case, I'll keep you posted on that and if I decide to go through with trying to get one for this channel. Next up, some updates about the full self-driving Beta 9. Elon has given a few more updates about added functionality that will come with the full self-driving beta. When someone noticed that the new beta was able to recognize and put brake lights on screen, he said, quote, "It will soon capture turn signals, hazards, ambulance/police lights, and even hand gestures." Additionally, when asked if it will react to police vehicles, he said, quote, "Action will follow recognition soon thereafter. Also, call will listen for sirens and alarms." There are a lot of small upgrades being brought out with this new beta, and overall it's incredibly impressive to see cameras and a computer alone recognizing all of the things that it's seeing. Hopefully this beta continues to go well, and customers will be able to experience a more improved version of this soon if they so choose. Next up, Tesla Energy is a huge part of Tesla's current and future business that most don't really pay attention to. During Elon Musk's testimony about Solar City, he officially confirmed that Tesla currently has demand for about 80,000 Powerwalls. In the best case scenario, due to chip shortages, he thinks they'll be able to produce 30,000 to 35,000 Powerwalls this quarter. While this sounds slow compared to the demand, this is a huge ramp up of Powerwall production for Tesla, and that's a huge amount of energy for them to sell. Recently, they actually changed the way that you can buy the Powerwall, only allowing them to be sold with a full solar system, and this is probably to deal with demand and simplify installs. The Powerwall 2 Plus was recently unveiled by Tesla, which includes improved specs over the previous model. Likely, Tesla is still having to wait for 4680 cells in order to ramp up even further with Powerwalls. They are battery constrained as is, and need to focus on their vehicles first, which Elon has said is the exact reason why the Tesla Semi has not been released yet. Quote, "We simply don't have enough cells for it." So Tesla will continue using their supply, as well as building up new 4680 cell production facilities to help with these issues and improve batteries in general. Then, whether or not Tesla puts 4680 cells in the Powerwall, they will have supply to put in those that they don't need to allocate to their vehicles, and they can catch up with the overwhelming Powerwall demand. It seems like nearly every aspect of Tesla's business is in high demand right now, and it will be incredibly interesting to see what the future holds. Speaking of 4680 batteries, we know that Tesla plans to make their own cell factories, but also work with suppliers. Now it is being reported that both LG Energy Solutions and Samsung SDI have completed their first sample cells of 4680 batteries in attempts to get big contracts from Tesla. Quote, "Samsung SDI and LG Energy Solutions have developed samples of cylindrical 4680 cells and are currently conducting various tests at their facilities to verify their structural integrity. Also, they have provided specifications of their 4680 cells to their vendors." According to the report, Samsung's timeline for full production is unclear, but LG has indicated plans for mass production by 2023, shortly after when Tesla plans to be producing at scale themselves. While these companies appear to be battling it out for a large 4680 contract from Tesla, it seems that Tesla will need these cells for millions of vehicles, thousands of Powerwalls, and thousands of semis coming down the line in the next few years, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla ends up buying from both of them if the quality is there. Last up today, Tesla has announced the date and time for their Q2 earnings call. It will take place on Monday, July 26th at 2:30 p.m. Pacific and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Usually Tesla releases the report right at market close, and the call follows shortly after, also usually after a small delay. We'll see what the results are, but with record deliveries this quarter, most are expecting good results. For me, I'm hoping for more product information, and at the very least, we should get some updates about the Model Y coming from Texas and Berlin on that call. Some Cybertruck updates would be more than welcome at this point, especially since Elon said they'd probably come in Q2 and they didn't. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see the latest on Tesla price increases and the Model Y HEPA filter, you can check out that video linked over here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.